Can you elaborate on being dropped, since it's a basic overview and you talked about being possibly dropped? What types of techniques would possibly get you blackballed from the search engines?
Well, good question. Obviously, the most prevalent one is duplicate content. And that is when people, get lazy and they don't want to write their own content. So they go, hey, I'll just copy this and put it over here. And, before you know it, you've got duplicate content issues. There's doorway pages. There's some old stuff that's still flying around. There are black hat technology or strategies that can even still, in some instances, work. But if you do all of the strategies we said today, they're all white hat. I mean, that's why we wear white hat. If you didn't get it, that's part of the pun we brought this week, and it says white hat on the back. I've never lost in that battle. We've never deployed anything like that. But I'd also recommend you type in Google black hat SEO tactics, right? And you'll get a whole list of what not to do, right? And conversely, you can type in white hat SEO tactics and see a lot of stuff that we do. I've never lost a ranking in 12 years. And this is not blowing our horn, every single time Google algorithm updates occur, our websites go up in page rank, because it's just really an intuitive process. We know what they're looking for. So that's a good question. Thank you.
You talked about purchasing domain names that might relate to your keywords or your product line.
Yes.
How do you go about getting into that? Like, would you look at your top products, top categories, and how do you know if there's any volume that would substantiate some good clicks?
Love those questions. They're easy to find out on the internet. Obviously, whatever your major brands are that you have, write those words down and then take them to an SEO company or an SEM company, or run some keywords through Google to look at some analytics software. One of them is obviously Word Tracker. It's a very popular tool we use to help assess. And what you can do is you can put your brand keyword in to Word Tracker, and it actually has the ability to tell you how many people are typing that in over the next 24 hours, and you can do predicts over the year, and you can actually extrapolate very easily how many times someone's going to type that into the internet over the next day, week, month, hour.
And is the ROI proposition as simple as whatever you pay your network solutions or GoDaddy to host that against whatever revenue or profit comes out of them? Is there anything I'm missing beyond that?
Well, I mean, a domain name is like $10 to $30 depending on where you buy it. If I own a brand, that's a pretty good investment, even if I only get one click-through on a year. I mean, you want to protect your brand as well. You don't want your competitor to own a domain brand that you should own and call forward it to his website or her website either. So we didn't get into the conversation on that side, but there's also a predatory domain strategy that is frequently exercised and often bloody on the internet that occurs. I'm not sure if did that deal with your question, or would you like to clarify something else?
We were involved in a predatory situation. Someone came and bought the .net and the .something.org version or misspellings of our domain. We had to fight them over that one. But no, mine was more along the lines of a generic name of a line of products.
Yeah.
And so just trying to figure out where you go, where do you start? We sell hundreds of products.
Buy them all.
Yeah.
What's the downside? Unless you don't think that product's going to sell. But buy them all. Don't even risk it. It's pretty good investment. And the metrics tools that you can install on the back end of your website, they can actually tell you how many people typed that domain name in that arrived on your website too. So you can validate that and decide to renew them or let them go. But for the price, I say invest in the domains. Works really well.
Not all statistic programs will be able to track the domain forwarding if it's not hosted, but there are some statistic programs out there that you can do that with.
Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but we're getting a sign from the back that says stop. Okay. So I hear that. Listen, if we have a drop here, so why don't we just do that quickly. Thank you very much for coming, and have a great SES. We'll see you at Google tonight. Also, there's a Search Bash party, I think, for tomorrow night. Sign up. we'll be there too.